I've been caught up with Part 8 for a while now, and as much as I want to make videos that coincide with the new monthly content, let's face it, considering the length of my videos, we wouldn't be getting much substance out of me with one chapter. Instead, I'm going to review each arc as they finish, starting with one of JoJolion's most controversial, Blue Hawaii. Let's delve into one of the most apparent aspects of the arc, the Part 4 callbacks. As most will be aware, Blue Hawaii is structured in a very similar fashion to the Highway Star arc. Unknown user attacks the protagonist, each universe's Koichi looks up records to get information on the antagonist, both of whom having some sort of physical impairment, and the respective Joestar always needs to be on the run. The Part 4 reference is far more integral to the story than those previously seen in JoJolion, such as Jotaro's hat being seen in the Steel Ball Run Shop, which in itself could be considered a reference to the sheer heart attack arc, considering both involve finding out Akira's identity through an article of clothing, but we're probably reaching here. This provides us with a good opportunity to see how Araki has changed as a mangaka and offer us a different fight through a familiar scenario, and unfortunately this on-the-run formula doesn't work as well here as it has previously. Highway Star and the Green Day and Oasis arc to a lesser extent both have this idea of constant movement, which is a good way to get things intense as it feels like the protagonists could be in serious danger at any time. What they also have going for them is a clear goal set for the protagonists very early on. One chapter after Josuke is on the run, we learn that Yuya Fungami is in hospital, and by the Passion cast having to move up, they are inevitably getting closer to Chocolata while the Sekko fight is happening at the same time. Once we establish Blue Hawaii's power in JoJolion, a lot of time is spent with Josuke running around aimlessly, which makes up a bulk of the second chapter. When making a monthly series, a certain amount of progress has to be made with each chapter to keep the reader's interest with current events, and quite a lot of the running around in this arc could have been cut down. I enjoyed seeing the ultra-violent moments from Soft and Wet, which is something the part has been somewhat lacking in, serving as an interesting contrast to Josuke's interaction with the child later in the arc, but apart from that, the events were somewhat tedious. Another purpose this arc had was showcasing a wide variety of ways Soft and Wet could be used when dealing with the infected civilians. However, the idea of stealing something from an object is so abstract that the stand can do virtually anything, so this demonstration of its abilities doesn't really help to further our understanding. On the other hand, the idea of Crazy Diamond being able to heal is far more grounded, and the Highway Star arc allowed us to see how its abilities could be used beyond conventional means in a different situation by JoJo standards. There are two main things this arc does well that stand out to me. Due to the movement in this arc, there's a lot of really well done panels with interesting perspectives as Josuke moves about the town, and the way his connection with Soft and Wet is depicted is something I enjoyed seeing. On top of this, Jobin was further characterised as we saw motivation for him to be in the smuggling business, and there was some setup for possible conflict in the future as he directly targets Yasuo to stop her interfering. The arc also ends on Dolomite about to give some pretty big info, but this setup isn't something that only Blue Hawaii could give us. It seems like Araki had a good idea of what he ultimately wanted from this arc, which is the exposition we gain in chapter 64, but didn't know how to get us there. This seems evident from the fact that Blue Hawaii's power is a bit inconsistent, and to learn more about that I'll link fellow YouTuber Meti's video on Blue Hawaii in the description. When he released his video on this arc I was hesitant to put up mine, but I think our content is different enough, and his video raises interesting points that mine doesn't, so go check it out. So there you have it. The Highway Star similarity is cool, but in the end all it does is highlight how disappointing Blue Hawaii is in comparison. Thanks for watching folks, I'll see you later.